Start today with Roy Blake, who's going to give us a short prayer, and then Ed Rock is going to sing Back Home Again at the end.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the City of Warsaw and the entire Kosciuszko County community, I'm honored to welcome the Indiana Bicentennial Celebration Torch Relay as it makes its way through our community. The Torch Parade, which began in Corydon, the first state capital of Indiana, will eventually travel through 92 counties. It will travel over 3,200 miles, approximately 97 miles a day, 6 days a week, over a period of 5 weeks. Before I get started here, I would like to honor and recognize the Kosciuszko County Bicentennial Committee for all the work that they've done. This torch relay is just but one event of the entire celebration, which is obviously starting this morning and will wrap up Saturday night. There are a list of events tonight, 7 o'clock at Grace College, the MOCC. There's a large Indiana music program featuring our students in the community. Tomorrow night will be a bicentennial bash downtown Warsaw. And on Saturday, a wide variety of events at the Kosciuszko County Fairgrounds, and we invite you all to come out and enjoy those events and help celebrate. 22 Hoosiers in each county, nominated by their committees for their contributions to their communities, are winding their way across the state. Some on foot, by car, truck, tractor, watercraft, race car, horse and wagon, and probably a few other novel means. They will pass off the light of the Indiana torch, a symbol of our great state. Now let's just take a minute and talk about the history of the torch. At our last 100-year bash, celebrating the centennial in 1916, the state flag was designed to honor that centennial. And on that flag, as we're all very familiar with, is the torch. And the torch, by the designer, was designed to represent liberty. As we're all aware, the Statue of Liberty holds that torch at the peak. Lady Liberty, all the torch, a symbol of liberty. But also on that torch and in our flag are those rays of light and stars, which represent enlightenment. So the torch is a representative of liberty and enlightenment. Willis Alt, Carolyn Baker, Ron Baumgardner, Scott Bibler, Marlon Carr, Linda Cochran, Gladys Culver, Camille Curlin, Michael Kissinger, Kathy Lemberg, Robert Lichenwalter, Kenneth Locke, Larry Martindale, Barb Martz, Scott McClintock, Mary Louise Miller, Don Miller, Sherry Milton, Dick Pelletier, Donald Reinhold, Rita Simpson, and Lane Warren are the living and posthumous relay participants we honor here today as Hoosiers who have demonstrated through their liberty in their stars of enlightenment for their communities, their impact as homegrown Kosciuszko County Hoosiers. Let's honor them with applause. So just a little bit of history. I saw a lot of school kids come in. Do any of you know the actual birth date of the state of Indiana? Yes. 1816, what's the date? Yes, ma'am. I can't hear, but I'll assume you got it right. It's December 11th. December 11th, 1816, President James Madison signed the congressional resolution admitting Indiana into the Union as the 19th state. So December 11th is our actual birthday. Less than 15 years later, in 1830, settlers were discovering Kosciuszko County, an untamed land of tall trees, prairies, swamps, lakes, as recalled by our local historian, Dan Copeland. Shortly after that, in 1934, those settlers began to organize the permanent settlement of Warsaw, also recalled by another local historian, Michelle Borman. Here we stand today, 200 years later, recalling our history and heritage that we must not forget, but looking into the future, perhaps another 200 years, as to what we might achieve. Our stars of enlightenment will continue to shine bright. We thank you all for the time you've given us to join us here this morning. I must move through as our torch relay is on a rather tight schedule to finish that 3,200 miles and give all Hoosiers the chance to glimpse at the torch of liberty and enlightenment. Thank you.